Good morning. Today we are working on CO41. I can evaluate expressions with fractions using addition and subtraction. So we have nothing new that we are doing today. We are just putting together what we know about adding and subtracting fractions and what we know about using variables, and we're putting them together in the same objective. So for our variables, they are all going to be fractions. We have our A, B, C, and D that we are going to be filling in for those different letters. We also need to remember our rules about working with fractions. Your first step is to make sure you have a common denominator. When you figure out what your denominator should be, remember if you have to do something to the bottom, multiply the bottom by something, you have to do the same thing to the top. Whatever you do to the bottom of your fraction, you do to the top of your fraction. Then remember, when we add or subtract fractions, we are just adding or subtracting those numerators, the top. Denominator stays the same, and that final step, simplify, simplify, simplify. So if we look at our first problem here, we are going to rewrite it with our variable in there, and of course my pen is not working. I'm going to quick get it switched over. Don't mind me as I am getting my pen to work. So with our first problem, we are going to rewrite with our variable in there. We have 3/4 minus the A, which is 1/4. We have a common denominator, so we just need to subtract the numerator. 3 minus 1 is 2, denominator stays the same, 2/4. But that is not the end of it. Our final step is to simplify. So we need to divide that 2 out of the top and the bottom. And we get 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. We can't get any simpler than that. So our answer is 1/2. We're going to go straight down below that. We have A is 1/4. Plus B, which is 3/8. We have different denominators, so we first step find a common denominator. So I know that the 4 can multiply up to the 8, so I'm going to keep the 3/8 the same. 4, I'm going to multiply by the 2, because 4 times 2 is 8, 1 times 2 is 2. Now I have a common denominator. I made sure whatever I multiplied my denominator by, I multiplied my numerator by. Now I can go through and I can add just the numerator. 2 plus 3 is 5. Denominator stays the same. I need to ask myself, can I simplify 5/8? The factors of 5 are just 5 and 1. That's all I can divide out. I can't divide 8 by 5. So there's nothing I can divide out of both the 5 and the 8 at the same time. So I am as simple as it gets, and my answer is 5/8. So you are going to be doing that for all of these expressions they have, making sure to fill in the correct variables for A, B, C, and D, finding common denominators, adding or subtracting just the numerator, denominator stays the same, and simplifying. If we look at the very bottom of our page, it is a little bit different. It says, using the values for A, B, C, and D above, write and evaluate an expression with a solution between 1/2 and 1. So when it says a solution, that means your answer. So your answer needs to be a fraction that is between 1/2 and 1. So your fraction is going to be bigger. So I could do something like, I gotta scroll up to see what my variables are. I could do, let's see, 1/4 plus that 3/8. We said that answer was 5/8. So that is actually an expression So it says write and evaluate an expression. So A plus B, and I show what it actually is, 1/4 plus 3/8. I worked it through, and I'm showing that answer. My answer of 5/8 is between 1/2 and 1. Half would be 4/8. It's not 1 whole, that would be 8/8. So my solution is in between 1/2 and 1. On the bottom one, it says your solution needs to be between 1 and 2. So you are going to add or subtract using A, B, C, and or D up above to find a solution that would be a fraction that's between 1 and 2. So it's that mixed number. It would have 1 whole and a fraction. So I gave us help with this first one. You create your own expression for the bottom one. If you have questions, make sure you come and ask me. And don't forget that Khan Academy is due tomorrow. Packet number 6 is due on Tuesday, so get it to me by Friday. And if you are watching this at home, I hope you are well. I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.